Hi everybody, in this video we will see 1 mark for 10th standard lesson 1 laws of motion. Let's start with choose the correct answer. Inertia of a body depends on weight of the object, acceleration due to gravity of the planet, mass of the object, both A and B. The correct answer is mass of the object. Next, impulse is equal to rate of change of momentum, rate of force and time, change of momentum, rate of change of mass. The correct answer is change of momentum. That is, impulse J is equal to del P. The del P represents a change of momentum. Next, Newton's third law is applicable. For a body is at rest, for a body in motion, both A and B, only for bodies with equal masses. For a body in motion. Next, plotting a graph for momentum on the y-axis and time on x-axis. Slope of momentum time graph gives impulsive force, acceleration, force, rate of force. The correct answer is force. Next, in which of the following sport the turning of effect of force used? Swimming, tennis, cycling, hockey. The correct answer is cycling. The unit of G is meter second power minus 2. It can be also expressed as centimeter second power minus 1, Newton kilogram power minus 1, Newton meter square kilogram power minus 1, centimeter squared second power minus 2. The correct answer is Newton kilogram power minus 1. Small g is equal to g m by r square. The unit of capital G is Newton meter square kilogram power minus 2. The unit of mass is kilogram divided by the unit of radius r is meter, r squared is meter square. Meter square get cancelled. That equal to Newton kilogram power minus 2 plus 1. That is equal to Newton kilogram power minus 1. It is the correct answer. Next, 1 kilogram force equals to 9.8 dyne. 9.8 into 10 power 4 Newton, 98 into 10 power 4 dyne, 980 dyne. The correct answer is 98 into 10 power 4 dynes. That is, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Here the value of mass is 1 kilogram and the acceleration is 9.8 meter per second square. Now you have to convert the kilogram into gram. 1 into 10 power 3 gram into 9.8. The meter is converted into centimeter, that is 10 power minus 2 centimeter by second square. 1 into 9.8 is 9.8 into 10 power 3 plus 2 gram centimeter per second square. That is equal to 9.8 into 10 power 5 gram centimeter per second square. Now you have to split 9.8 into the 10 power 5 is divided into 10 into 10 power 4 gram centimeter per second square. So you can get 9.8 into 10, that is 98 into 10 power 4 gram centimeter second power minus 2, that is gram centimeter per second square. It will be equal to 1 dyne. So you have to write 98 into 10 power 4 dyne. It is the correct mass of a body is measured on planet Earth as m kilogram. When it is taken to a planet of radius half that of the Earth, then its value will be dash kilogram, 4m, 2m, m by 4, m. The correct answer is m, because the mass is constant all over the universe, but the weight only vary from place to place. If the Earth shrinks to 50% of its real radius, its mass remaining the same, the weight of the body on the Earth will decreases by 50%, increases by 50%, decreases by 25%, increased by 300%. The correct answer is increased by 300%. So in this question, the Earth shrinks to 50% means the radius of the Earth is reduced. The question asked means weight of a body on the Earth, that is a person's weight on the body will be increase or decrease, and also they will be asked the percentage of increase or decrease. Now we have to take the radius of the Earth, r equal to capital R, mass of the Earth m equal to capital M. The radius of the Earth shrinks to 50%. Therefore, we find the new radius of the Earth is considered as r dash is equal to the old radius is 1 minus 50% of r. அதாவது the radius 50% reduce ஆயிருக்கு. Radius of the Earth shrinks to 50%. So the new radius of the Earth r dash is equal to old radius minus it will be shrink 50%. So r minus 50% of r. That is equal to, you have to take r outside the bracket, 1 minus 50% of r. That is equal to 50% is, you have to write 1 minus 50 by 100 into r. That is equal to 1 minus, you can get 150 is 50, 250s are 100. So 1 by 2 r. Therefore, new radius r dash is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Or it is a new radius of the Earth. Next, acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to gm by r square. So weight of a person on the Earth, w is equal to m into g. And acceleration due to gravity after Earth shrinks, g dash is equal to g m by r dash square. Now you have to substitute the value r dash, that is g m by value of r dash is 1 by 2 r, the whole square. Now you have to write g m by 1 by 4 r square. You have to take the square. That is equal to the 4 go to the numerator. So 4 gm by r square. Gm by r square refers to
g value. G dash is equal to 4g. After shrinking the earth, we find that weight W dash is equal to, what is that value? M into G is 4g. Therefore, W dash is equal to 4 mg. In the beginning, the weight of a person on the earth is m into g. When the earth shrinks to 50%, the weight of the person W dash is equal to 4 into mg. The formula to find weight percentage is new weight minus old weight by old weight into 100. The percentage is equal to 4 mg minus, that is the 4 mg minus mg, that is, here you have to write mg by old weight is mg into 100. Here the 4 mg minus mg, take mg outside the bracket. 4 minus 1 into mg divided by mg into 100. So mg get cancelled. You get 4 minus 1 into 100, that is equal to 3 into 100, that is equal to 300%. It's a very easy way to find out this. Initially the radius of the earth is r. The radius of the earth shrinks means its radius is r dash. The formula to find out the acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to gm by r square. Here the radius is shrinks, that is reduced. So the radius of the earth is less. It will be decrease means the acceleration due to gravity is increased. So from that answer we can find out, we can able to neglect the two values, decrease and decrease, because the radius decreases, acceleration due to gravity increases. So from these two only we can find that answer. For that only we have to do the calculation of the percentage.
Next, to project the rocket, which of the following principle is or required? Newton's third law of motion, Newton's law of gravitation, law of conservation of linear momentum, both A and C. The correct answer is both A and C, because the rocket propulsion is based on the Newton's third law of motion and also the law of conservation of momentum. When the rocket is fired, the fuel is burned and a hot gas is ejected with a high speed from the nozzle of the rocket, it producing a huge momentum. And the next one, according to that law of conservation of linear momentum, before launching the momentum is equal to after launching the momentum. That is, the altitude increases, the mass of the rocket is decreases, but the velocity increases. So the projectile of the rocket is based on Newton's third law of motion and also the law of conservation of linear momentum.